my feet. I'll be unleashed.
Welcome back, everyone, to T1.Done, an amazing new speedrunning event benefiting JDRF, the Juvenile Diabetes and Research Foundation. It's been an absolutely incredible event to be a part of. Massive, massive shouts to Nuclear for putting all of this together. And we are sadly reaching the end of the event. It's a quick little 2-dayer, but not sad is the amount of money we have raised for this awesome charity. $7,229.69 so far. That is incredible. Let's see if we can push it just a little further, chat. And to serenade you while we are hopefully bringing those donations in, we have got the one, the only, the legendary, one of the premier, if not the premier runners of Undertale in the world. We've got Shayy. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, you better not disappoint if you start dying all over the place. They've never made another one like him. Great. Well, heck yeah. How you doing, gamer?
Good, good. Enjoying a nice, relaxing Sunday.
Oh, I think we might be. Hold up. I believe. Can we now hear Shayy?
Oh, was I muted?
I think we might have had the Shay's muted
while
we were. Yeah, but
I'm back.
like
I'm here. Okay, okay. My mic works now. Woo!
Shayy, now how are you doing, my friend?
Good. Doing great. Enjoying a nice Sunday. Ready to play some Undertale bad ending.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, what we're going to call the bad ending. So, yeah, obviously Undertale, a beautiful game, beautiful indie game where there's a bunch of different endings you can potentially go for. You've got the make everybody happy ending. There's the make everyone sad ending like we're going to be doing here. Just kind of, I guess, explain to us a little bit about what this is going to be, and then we can dive right into the run.
So, friendly game. We get to befriend everybody, but we're going to be a bad noodle and kill everybody and enjoy doing it. It's great.
It's great. It's the most wholesome game of the marathon.
Yeah, very, very wholesome as I turn everybody to dust with a gleeful smile on my face,
Yes.
Like the Joker or something like that.
Well, heck yeah. Well, I'll let you count us down and we can dive into the run. We can talk a little bit about all the specifics as we're going through. Again, everyone, keep those donations coming in as we are benefiting JDRF in this awesome marathon. Let's see if we can get to that $8,000 mark and giving away our 4th of 5 X-Rocker headsets. You want to be here for that. You want to be here for this awesome speed run. Shayy, take it away. Oh, that rhymes.
Whoa.
Wow. Never thought about that one.
Oh, I probably should get a kill counter for myself, huh? I didn't think about doing that.
I was wondering if, for runners of this category, if you have to have like a tracker or something. Honestly,
usually I'll just add the counter there. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Actually, I don't. Okay, never mind. Fine, I'll just keep track of it in my head, I guess, like the good old days before we had technology. Undertale.
Do you want me to write stuff down on?
No. Well, I'll keep track of it in this big cranium of mine.
We'll vibe. All right, good.
Oh, I have save data. I should get rid of that. That's a good idea. I forgot I was practicing earlier. Okay, there we go. So, Undertale. If you haven't played Undertale, what the heck are you doing? 2015 indie game. Toby Fox, great. Really good. We're not going to be doing too many glitches in this run because we don't get access to the super turbo broken punch card item, but there's still a couple of funny little exploits we can do. But it's mostly glitchless. It's mostly just about optimizing how you play through the game and all of the different encounters you get. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start. Name can be anything. It's supposed to be one character to be optimal, but
come on, man. It's a marathon run. We gotta go for some fun.
You got any name ideas? 6 characters max?
So let's just go JDRF.
Sure. Let's see. Where's the R? There it is. Yep, thousands of hours on this game. Don't know the on-screen keyboard.
Dude, I find anytime there's a naming incentive, I'm like, oh, I generally don't.
It's like we don't do this. I don't know where Z is. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, let me turn my massage chair on.
Oh, that sounds so clutch.
Ah,
Now I feel crappy about my chair. What the hell?
great. It's great. So as you can probably tell by my microphone audio, we click the keys pretty quick in this game. I think it's slightly on my camera too for once. But yeah, Undertale has a lot of keyboard mashing in it. This game doesn't have an auto masher, unlike its follow-up, sequel, spiritual successor, Deltarune, whatever you want to call it. So we have to do manual mash everything. But unlike most RPG speedruns where it's just like, you know, vibrate your wrist until you get arthritis at age 22, it's actually very rhythmic, which is nice. Like, I'm not going full out here. I have to do a certain rhythm because there's an input cap with mashing speed, which is great. It keeps it skill-based instead of just, haha, I can do this faster than you, which is never fun. Take care of your wrists. Good advice.
Do want to give a quick shout outs to, we are actually on the front page right now, showcasing Undertale with the bad ending here with Shayy. Again, as we said earlier, one of the absolute best speedrunners of Undertale, Deltarune, the whole series. He said spiritual successor in the world. They're incredible, and they're going to be showcasing off the game right here. We are actually T1.Done, a 2-day speedrunning charity event, raising money for JDRF. Trying to raise $10,000, and we're here in the penultimate run here with Undertale. We've got some good jams going on. We've got some absolutely beautiful skill being showcased here in all these different games. If you've got even $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever to throw down for charity, your money will be going to an amazing cause as we search for a cure for type 1 diabetes. That would be absolutely incredible. So everyone sit back, enjoy, and throw down some dollar dues. If you got them to spare, we would love that.
Like how you were talking about how like the exceptional skill being showed off over footage of me literally having my hand held through the puzzle.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
So,
And I'll get this out of the way real quick. I love the soundtrack of this game. I know it's, yeah, shocking. I love the soundtrack for it. Any bit of it. It's so good. Anyways, go ahead.
so right off the rip, I killed the first frogget there. You have to hit dead center in order to do that, and it's also a range. You can get 19 there. It has 20 health, and you can roll 19 even if you have a perfect attack. And it's sad. It's very sad when that happens. So we're gonna alternate between these two rooms until we're up at 11 kills because alternating between rooms greatly speeds up how quick the encounters show up. Because this game actually has like a secret mechanic that it doesn't teach you about. That's like quality of life, but also is really bad for this route in particular. Because each room, when you walk into it for the first time, it takes a certain amount of steps to get an encounter, but every encounter after that will take like a way longer amount. It's supposed to be so like, you know, you don't run around and you're getting bombarded by like Zubat for the 80th time in a row or whatever. But it is counterproductive for this route. So just simply switching rooms just really quickly lets you run into guys and you can murk them. Because, you know, this is the bad ending. It goes by many different names. We don't actually have official names for all of the endings. Toby Fox never gave like official endings.
I guess it is kind of the community decided what the different names would be.
Just
Yeah, I was wondering how you did this because I remember doing this as like my second playthrough, being like, all right, let's see what the other side's like. And being like, I am walking around a lot before I get an encounter. And then I looked at the time for this category. I was like, it's an hour. I said, there's got to be some way they force encounters. This immediately explains that to me.
Yeah, it's much faster than you would get casually. It's kind of an interesting, like, it's a conundrum, right? Because it causes, I think it causes it to actually be slower than it's supposed to be when you're doing it casually. And it's like, oh, this takes forever. Like, I get the point is that it's supposed to be like a deconstruction of grinding in RPGs, but I don't like walking around in circles for 5 minutes. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I was not a big fan because there's obviously, like, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played this. There are two major fights that Shayy will be taking on in this route that are actually my two favorite fights in the game. I absolutely love both of them. Getting to them was like torture. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see, like, yeah, you've got setups here where you can just force those encounters a lot faster. I do want to give a shout outs to Riptire 420 for the $30 donation. Are beans still a thing, Spike? They are, and because of that, I will have a bean. That's right. Anything of at least $15, chat, I will say at this point. I will absorb one of these Bean Boozled, and they have been disgusting the entire time. So let's just pick one out. It's got to be a blue one at this point, right? No. This is another potential booger. Let's see what it is.
Oh God.
That's a booger. Heck yeah. Great #1 bean here in my mouth. Heck yeah, keep it going during all of Shayy's run as we're fascinated by all this optimization.
So you only need to push the bottom rock in this room, which is really funny. You're supposed to have to push all 3, but you don't. Just the bottom one. There's actually no check for the top 2. Just check that. Also, if you noticed earlier, I pushed the rock and then I talked to that sign. That's because there's a third, like, tutorial phone call that takes a little while. It stops existing if you just talk to the sign, though. Again, 2015 indie game programmed by American indie developer Toby Fox. It's certainly, the more you look into the code of this game, the more you're just like,
It's a
oh.
miracle.
Yeah, it is held together by, in his own words, duct tape and love. Toby Fox is a composer first, game designer second, programmer maybe like 2004.
Because I was gonna say this is a solo project, correct? He was the only developer on this.
Pretty much solo. I know Temmie Chang did most of the art, but like in terms of programming Undertale, it was entirely him.
And in terms of, like, obviously you're going to be doing a lot of combat in this category, all these different enemies. I imagine, is there a lot of RNG as far as which attacks they will pull from? And can that end up costing you a lot of time if they use unoptimal attacks?
Surprisingly, this game's attack times are actually really well balanced. That doesn't come up very often. It's usually only like a second of difference at most. It's It's really refreshing because I've played other RPGs where they'll use certain attacks and it's like, oh my. Heck,
this one wastes 10 extra seconds. Yeah.
The fan game Undertale Yellow has an enemy just like that, where there is one attack that's like 15 seconds longer than the others. It's like,
God.
No. So we got to get to 20. Oh.
No, go ahead. You start.
We got to get to 20 total kills in Ruins before I can move on. We do this before Napstablook because if you do it before him, he just vanishes. 20 actually. Let me count. Fun fact, cannot count. Incapable of counting. Math is too difficult for me. What were you going to say before?
What was it? I was watching, I was enjoying, I was seeing that. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up, so I imagine the bar that determines your damage values whenever you're in combat is a pretty linear thing. The further to the left side of the screen, just the less damage you're gonna do. And I know a lot of times you're ending them early because, like, the Zubats, we'll just call them, do not need nearly any damage applied to them.
Yes, the Whimsin enemy you can knock out in one. In the minimum damage you can deal at level 1 is 10, and they have 10 HP.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I counted this time.
Nice.
We get the button nobody came. Napstablook says, nope, I want nothing to do with this. Get me out of here. Now we're just going to march right on through the rest of Ruins. All that cool music we were hearing earlier, nope, that's gone.
Yeah, gone. I love the soundtrack, and a lot of it's going to slowly go away. That's okay. 2 of my favorite tracks are those bosses as well, so there's no shortage of amazing soundtrack pieces in this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, even the bad, like, this game does a really good job at giving you, like, really frightening ambience, but then, you know, they'll be just like, hey, here's some bangers for you to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You get to listen to Spider Dance. Do you want me to be honest with that answer, or it's in the run? You will hear it. That's all I'll say. Not gonna pick up any of the weapons or armor because I don't need them yet. Not yet, anyway. We're gonna get the tough glove later, but that toy knife over there that you can pick up to the right does nothing. No use.
Does
No
it
use to
literally
it.
not increase your damage at all, or just
It increases your damage,
increase
but it
doesn't do
doesn't
enough?
get you any meaningful breakpoints. I'm also not going to
Right.
get the pie because I don't need healing items.
This man knows all the attacks.
I mean, look, if you don't get hit, you don't need to heal.
Right? That's
Really that
what I
simple.
tell everybody with RPG speedruns. If I simply never get hit, doesn't matter.
Well, also, doing a strat later in this game, we do get the instant noodles item, which is a full heal in the final boss fight. Which, usually you can do a slightly faster strat to eat those and get them out of your inventory. I'll be keeping them just for this because I don't want to, spin it a little bit.
Oh.
Aw, she's dead. That's so sad. This isn't even like the saddest tutorial death, though, to be honest. I think the worst one is the where you betray her by like sparing her until she gives up, and then you kill her right before you spare her again. It's like, oh, that's cold-hearted.
It's unbelievable how much unique dialogue there is in this game based
Oh my
on like how you go about defeating each of the enemies or sparing them or whatever.
This game's script is monumental. It is Giganosaurus. It's so big. There's so much dialogue for every little, like, for the most part, Toby thought of like almost every single like possibility. There's dialogue for stuff that there should not be dialogue for. Like there's this stupid gag where Sans tries to sell you fried snow in Snowden, and it'll just like progressively increase in price to the point where it gets to 50,000, a number you could not reasonably have at that point in time. But there's even dialogue for like having enough money to do that.
That's incredible. Undertale.
It is possible to get to that much money, but it would take a while, like a really, really long time.
Yo, there's the new speedrun category, all dialogue.
Have you ever
like you ran like a 100% or all endings or some category like that? I want to say.
I ran a category called True 100%, where you have to get every ending variation, and that was 24 hours long, a whole day. But all text boxes would be in the realm of like hundreds of hours.
Hundreds of hours, yeah. There's a few variants. Shouts to Coritz88 for the $25 donation. Is this where I donate to save the animals? Awkward. I'll eat a bean.
Is that? Oh my gosh! Wait, my music mod. I forgot about my music mod. Okay, I hope you guys appreciate this gag then. Just take a good nice listen. Santa. So I forgot to get rid of that.
Whoops.
That'd be the second time I've done that now. I forgot to take out a music mod. All right, so we're gonna put the tough glove on. Gets our strength up a little bit, and we still can't kill Snowdrake here in one hit, unfortunately. So we're just gonna do 2 yellow range. As for the attack bar, you mentioned that earlier. It's not entirely linear. It works in chunks. So if you notice, you got the red chunk to the left, then the yellow chunk, then the green chunk, and it roughly lines up with the lines. It's not completely one-to-one because, again, 2015 indie game developed by American indie developer Toby Fox.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much if it's like pixel perfect in the center, you do like increased damage, or it's really just like if it's.
We'll get to that.
yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be some breakpoints. Anonymous donating $10. Thank you so much, gamers. We're coming up on $7,300. Let's keep it going. We need $6. $6 for 7,300. Let's keep it going, gamers.
Personally, I think we can get to 8K by the end of this run. Do you think?
I think that is very possible.
I think it's possible.
Actually.
Absolutely. You gotta get rid of tier 1 diabetes. That stuff sucks. Can I swear? Am I allowed to swear?
A lot of people have noted in their donations how they've had people in their family, themselves as well, being heavily affected by type 1 diabetes. And that is where your dollary dues are going towards today, chat. Yesterday and today. Finding a cure for type 1 diabetes. So it is an amazing cause. Yeah, let's try to get all the way to 8,000. I need just over $700 from y'all going towards this, and then we will
Did I
give
say
away
tier 1?
X starter. I did. You did say tier 1. I wasn't gonna call it out. I didn't know if the chat wanted to catch him. Yo, tier
No,
1.
type 1. I'm so sorry. I got the Twitch streaming on the mind, you know.
Yeah, it's so hard, dude. It's
Oh
unreal.
no.
Always Twitch streaming on the brain. We need just over $700, chat, to get us to that. Oh, we need even less than that now. We're under $700. Ask something from someone. Emily M, thank you for the $25. Bean, please. You got it. Let's rip. Oh, something fell on the ground. I'll go down and get it. They're all blues that are left at this point. Let's try it. That is disgusting. All right. I don't know what that was, but it was disgusting.
It's blue. I'm going with under the desk gum.
Dead fish. Dead fish.
Dead fish. Ooh. This is Jerry. We don't like Jerry. Jerry's annoying and also has 70 defense for some reason. So
Oh
it takes an eternity to kill. So it's just faster to spare him and run away. And despite what a lot of people think, sparing enemies does not immediately abort this route, unless it's certain enemies. Certain enemies will, but not like generic enemies like Jerry there. Hopefully, having to murk Jerry every single time would be very obnoxious.
So what does that lead to? Do you just save them for later, or are you able to clear out the area without having to mess with Jerry?
Much, yeah. The latter.
Okay.
Unless you're at 15 out of 16, in which case it becomes faster to kill Jerry than grind for another encounter. I killed Doggeressa first there because Dogamy gets all sad and he dies in one hit after his wife is slain. If you kill Dogamy first, then Doggeressa gets really mad and girl bosses all over you and does extra damage and takes no extra damage. Very sad. Even defeating Jerry is tedious. Like, from every angle, you know, intentionally designed to be annoying, makes attacks longer, super hard to kill. I think my favorite thing with Jerry is that he's not even in the pacifist credits. Like, he just doesn't show up in the credits. He's the only monster to be left out. Yeah.
Wow.
Jerry.
Always a Jerry.
Dropping your beans?
I'm dropping my beans. Whereas I have to take another one here. Sater, what's up, gamer? One of my favorite viewers, been around for a long time. Says, wow, so many dollars. Sater, love you. This blue bean is for you, girl.
I'm curious what it is.
We're 0 for 4. That's toothpaste. Which I've said to everybody.
Toothpaste's not that bad.
Right. Toothpaste is fine right now. Because again,
compared to like
goes in your mouth all
relative
the
to
time.
the other things, right? Like everybody's accidentally swallowed a little bit of toothpaste before, right?
It's the swallowing where you're like, man, that's not supposed to all go down. But yeah, we probably all have buckets of toothpaste swallowed over the years.
Something like that, yeah.
Absolute buckets of these things. All right, gamers, we need a little over $650 to give away that 4th X Rocco headset. Let's make it happen, gamers. Let's make it happen. We're here in the penultimate marathon. That's right. The penultimate marathon to the next marathon. The penultimate run of this marathon. Undertale with Shayy. My man Sans.
To show that it's actually faster to just leave the screen and come back because Sand's presence simply prevents encounters from showing up.
Oh.
So you got to leave and come back. All right, so there's Jerry, and like I said, we're not wasting our time with Jerry. I got a double earlier. 3, 4, 5, and that was 6. So this is 7. Okay. I can do counting. I can do basic mental math. I should get love 8 here on this encounter. That's how I know I'm good to go. And LV is an acronym. It stands for love in this game because we got to spread all of the love.
Mm-hmm.
It actually stands for level of violence, but we're not at that part yet. That's a spoiler. I really They do that deconstruction at the very end where it's like, hey, EXP, it's actually execution points. Oh, boy.
The dialogue's so good in this game.
It is very good. Very funny for the most part, too. A lot of really funny gags. Like, even Jerry's kind of charming in an obnoxious way. It's all like, guys, it's cold. Does anybody care? What's the Wi-Fi password? Like, the flavor text for him is also great. You get, like, Jerry licks his lips and eats powdered donuts and loudly licks his lips and stuff like that. Like, real...
I'm trying to remember if I even remember Jerry from my playthrough. I mean, I must have, because I probably tried to dispatch him many times, and it was probably awful.
I went to the left side of the room here at 10, because once you get to 10 kills, it's guaranteed that you will get to the edge of the room here before running into another encounter, because it gets longer for each one you do. And the reason I go to the left side of the room here is because this screen transition is 12 frames faster both ways than the other one, because the other one is a music loader. And music loader screen transitions take 6 frames extra compared to other screen transitions. So this saves 12 frames each time I do it. So it's about a second of time save. Real big optimizations happening in the Undertale Geno speedrunning metagame.
It all
Everybody else,
adds
we
up.
discovered this new crazy technical glitch that requires insane precision. I went to the left side of the room.
I love Undertale speedrunning, dude. It's so good. I love it anytime these pop up in like GDQs and whatnot. Because like you say, the optimization is both very cool but also very silly at the same time.
It's all... This game is, like, again, programmed with a lot of love and hope. And if you find a way to break this game, like, at all, like, any entry point, it just falls apart. And it's like a Jenga tower coming undone. You can do a cool thing here where you can walk in place by tapping out of the game. So I'm going to use my Jedi mind powers here to make Frisk walk in place.
Yo, that's sick. I was going to ask, the method you use to spawn in enemies is where you're like dashing back and forth. Is that a mashing technique or what do you do?
No, you just have to hold up and down.
Oh, okay.
Because when you walk into a wall, it prevents you from walking back up to it, so the down input gets precedent for 1 frame, and then up usually overrides down, so you just go right back into.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, I feel like I would be hearing you violently mashing the keyboard right there.
Yeah. It's not any faster to do that either. It's just you don't lose any like time, and you can get like position as close to the screen transition as possible. Got a 9. I can deal 9 or 10 damage to Jerry here. If you deal all 10s, it's possible to kill him 1 turn earlier. Like, it does exact lethal damage. Unfortunately, it's like a 2% chance of happening.
Oh, wow. Because I imagine these are just damage rolls.
Yeah. And the music goes sour here, which is how I let me know that I am at 16. But normally, this music is supposed to be the loud drone that plays, but if you come in here at 16 kills, but before you run into the but nobody came thing, the music does this instead, which is a little tiny, funny oversight thing. Good way of like checking that you completed the kill quota without actually having to check. Ooh, really picking up money real quick now. Already almost to 7,400.
Coming up on it, and just over $650 away, gamers. To be exact, $655.31 away from the hallowed $8,000 mark. People are already throwing down a lot right here at the start of Shayy's run. Love to see it. Love to see it.
No, not Papyrus.
My man.
I'm so sad. It never gets this sad again. This is the saddest part. See, it's an uphill walk from here.
I was like, he's kind of one of my favorite characters, so I might have cried a little bit when we one-tap him.
You can't kill the great Papyrus, not in a way that matters. I think it's like ubiquitous. Everybody does the Skeletor voice from him.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
have to.
It's like a ubiquitous thing I've noticed in the fan base. Like nobody debates that it's just his canon voice.
I remember it was before I had played Undertale. A friend of mine reached out to me in the speedrunning community and said, yeah, they're doing like a fan like voice acted deal for Undertale. And they were like, oh, you should go in. And like, I definitely defaulted to some sort of a Skeletor. It was like, well, this is what someone who's never played the game. So it's going to know even people who play it.
Hi, Undone. Bye, Undone. I don't got time for your cutscenes. That's a glitch you can do. It's called Seagrass Skip. It was found by Ocean Bagel a couple of years ago, and that you don't need the punch card because that particular cutscene, unlike every other cutscene in the entire game, just that one, it takes 4 frames to initiate, not the usual 1. So you literally just have time to open up your menu and call anybody, and then that'll give you movement back in the cutscene.
Oh, that's sick. How big a time save is that?
30 seconds.
Nice.
It's on all categories too. And I remember it was very funny because it was discovered the first time I did true 100%. It was discovered in between, like during my sleep break. I wake up and Ocean has DM'd me, "Hey, I found a 30-second time save in every category." I'm like, really?
Wow, what?
While I'm in the middle of the run and I can't go defend my world record? What? Come on, man. People are gonna snipe me day 1. This is so sad. And yeah, as Temporal pointed out, the exclamation point is now a smiley face because the game knows what you're doing at this point.
You've given it.
You're giving up the goose. Up tier quality hitbox.
That was unreal, dude.
These spears have some interesting collision. Very, very, very interesting collision. But we're about to get to the fun part. It's the part where he shows up.
Oh, is this where you get your little... Oh, wait, yeah, it's him.
You're about to see Wing Gaster? That'd be crazy. There's a 1 in 100 chance that an extra hallway will show up here. If you have a right fun value, let's see if we get it. Who's ready for Gaster? Damn,
Let's
he
go,
didn't show up.
Gaster.
Oh, the 1 in 100 didn't happen. It's so sad.
It's unironically a 1 in 100. You'll just have an extra hallway.
Yeah, and then there's an individual 1 in 10 chance a door will spawn. So it's a 1 in 1,000 chance to go see Funny Guy. This is so sad. Reset. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're so right.
We need true 100%.
Yeah.
In this not 100% category.
Thankfully, that's not required. That would be absolutely terrible if it was required for true hundo. Okay, now we're gonna pick up a real weapon. After having to use bad weapons for a while, we get to pick up a real weapon. The ballet shoes are correct.
Let's go.
It's also our first multi-hit weapon that works. Multi-hit weapons work completely differently than the standard, like, one-hit weapons. You mentioned having to frame perfectly hit in the center. So guess what we have to do now?
It actually affects it. Let's see it.
Yep. Each of these is frame perfect,
yeah.
30 frames per second game. Good luck, gamer. Thankfully, the ballet shoes isn't very punishing. The way that Undertale determines the damage you do with a multi-hit weapon is based on an internal scoring mechanic, and each hit is worth a certain amount of points. I also flex on Aaron there to get enough attack to kill him in one hit. It's slightly faster than attacking twice.
I was wondering what that extra turn you were doing there was. That's cool.
You can't normally kill him in one hit, so it's faster to do an act because you don't have to do the fight animation. But yeah, so the score system, there's certain multipliers you can get for having good score that the 4-hit weapons greatly benefit from because you can get 2 multipliers on those. The ballet shoes, even if you hit perfectly, is just shy of ever getting to those damage multipliers because it only has 3 reticles and not 4. So it's like, well, it's a double.
Yes,
so
I
it's-
imagine from here you mostly try to use the multi-hit weapons. Like, I'm assuming there's a transition to a stronger one later on.
Yes. Although we're keeping the ballet shoes around because it is useful. The ballet shoes have the fastest attack animation in the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
So
those
it's
don't-
useful if you need to hit something and not deal damage.
Makes sense.
And on any time that we can get away with equipping the ballet shoes for like an enemy that we don't need as much damage to deal with, we'll quick equip back to it before the encounter. It's a pretty snazzy little tech because we have really worked on optimizing this category as far as it will go. You can hold up and down in this room to move at double speed and leave your buddy behind. Poor guy.
I was wondering, I was like, why is Shayy just darting across that screen? Unreal.
Supposed to throw away both weapons there, but I forgot. I forgore. It's been a moment since I've played the category.
I was gonna say, in terms of like because obviously you've run basically every single category this game has to offer. Do you have any like particularly favorite categories?
At the current moment, my favorite category of this game to run is probably True Pacifist Glitchless, but I do enjoy all the categories of this game. The glitch stuff is just super interesting, and it's also like the most competitive categories. Some of the glitches, not so much though. Some of the recent ones I don't like as much to do, so I haven't been running the glitch categories too much.
Has there been a lot of new discoveries found over the last year or so?
Yeah, there's a couple of major ones. A couple of non-punch card related glitches that are really weird to execute, but yeah, I don't really like super competitively run this game anymore. I used to be like that world record grinding fiend, but now I just kind of like big chillin', and I enjoy big chillin'. Yeah, a little bit of fun with your speed running. Call that speed funning.
Don't ever lose track of that, gamers. Doesn't mean you necessarily have to be a world record holder to have fun.
Exactly. Just have some fun.
Sometimes just speedrunning itself is super, super not toxic. It's just a good time. It's just a showcase of being a master at some of the games that you love.
Absolutely. Whew. Ah. Soda. Need that.
Oh, what kind of drink you got on you today?
Got Mountain Dew and water. You know, real dynamic duo. I am getting called by Spampton G. Spampton. That's crazy.
Yo, my man.
I'm getting so many scam calls lately.
I get them probably 15 times a day. I'm like, how do they keep getting a hold of me?
They always wake me up too. It's like, oh, is someone important calling me? Nope, it's
spam.
Spam likely.
As we're making our way over to the other fights, let's make sure they all know that you are watching T1.Done, an awesome new speedrunning charity event where we are supporting the Juvenile Diabetes and Research Foundation, trying to look for a cure for type 1 diabetes. Every single dollar that y'all throw into the pot is helping us find a cure for that terrible disease. A lot of people talking about in the donations how much they and a lot of their loved ones have been affected by this. As my wife, Nuclear, is the one who organized this entire event. She is someone who has had to deal with type 1 diabetes, celiac disease, her whole life. It would be nothing more amazing than trying to help any bit we can find a cure for this sucker. If you would like to donate, even if you just got a few dollars on you, 1, 2, 5, 10, any amount, if you got those bigger amounts, go for it. Then feel free to put an exclamation point, donate, and get your dollars into this amazing event going above and beyond. We're trying to come up on $8,000 right now, where we will be giving away our 4th of 5 X-Rocker headsets. That'd be very, very cool. Do a drawing in the chat if we're able to get them.
So we got Moldsmal here, no animation budget. Very strange. I wonder what that was supposed to be. See, normally you're supposed to act on it and it transforms into a new enemy. Nope. Don't got time for that. We're gonna flex on this Aaron here. So Glad Dummy was 8, so Timmy would be 9, so we're at 11 right now. 1 higher than usual. Waterfall can be weird because depending on what you got earlier in the big room that had the ballet shoes, it can be a double or a single, so you can be on even or odd steps. So that'll be 13. And we're going to get to 15 here, which is great. I like to call it Temmie insurance, because Temmie can show up after this encounter. This next encounter is always going to be Washoe Mold Big. But after this one is where the random encounters start. And Temmie is a single encounter. And she's really fast. The problem is that she's a single encounter. So a lot of times you'll go in at 14 and you'll have to grind for an extra one if you get the single. So we're at 15, so that won't happen. As long as we don't get 2 singles. But that would never happen to me, right?
Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
Would never be that unlucky.
Do you want to give a shout? So we got an anonymous $100 donation. Wokey, you know what you got to do. You got to bring my dumb face onto the screen because we're taking a bean.
Bean.
I feel like there's all juicy pear or a booger. Hey, juicy pear, yay. That's the first good one I've had since Shay's been on screen. Heck yeah. All right, there we go.
I guess you're taking all my bad luck.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Put it all on me. Let the speedrunners have the good stuff going down. And all of the good stuff for charity. Heck yeah, gamers.
If infamously bad luck in this category. I think
Yeah, I was
every
gonna
single
say, is this... Yeah, go ahead.
every single possible permutation of bad luck that exists, I've probably gotten it in this category. Also played it a lot more than anybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine this category would be one of the less consistent categories that you can run in this game. Would that be correct in assuming that?
On a big level, it's actually very consistent. On a smaller level, yeah, it's super inconsistent. Like, I can basically, like, walk in and get a 106, regardless of what luck I get. But at that level, it starts to get, like, really inconsistent, and you have to have god-tier luck in order to actually, like, get, like, world record level times.
Sure.
And yeah, it's entirely in enemy encounters. And step counters as well. They have slight variance to them. Because Toby Fox likes adding a round random 2 function to a lot of numbers in this game to make them have variance. Instead of just, you know, rounding to an integer like a sane person would do. He randomizes, like, not whole numbers, any number, and then rounds it down. It's like, wait, what? Toby, huh?
What are you doing? You're trying too hard, man. Oh, baby. It's almost time.
Time for the first big boss fight of the run, Undyne. But first, I have to dispatch of the small child with no arms.
You're heartless.
Nah, it's okay. We can't show that on screen.
Okay, good. There's a built-in censorship button.
Undertale's ratings is really funny because it was E10 plus for the longest time. You know, game where you can commit like systematic slaughtering of the entire underground. But then it became rated T when there was a silly dog casino added in the Xbox version.
What?
It's like, oh, so yeah, you know, murdering everybody? E10. Gambling? T. Dog casino machine?
No, can't let kids see that. The best song in the game. I love this song.
It's real good. But we can do a lot of damage and can actually kill her 1 turn faster than you usually would if you have good hits. I think you can miss up to 18 different hits in this fight and still get it, but those come at you quick.
Yeah, I also remember being awful in this fight. This was like the hardest. This was unironically harder than the last fight in this category for me.
You know, I tell people that too. I struggled with this a little bit more than I struggled with Sans. She's hard, but I've also fought her like thousands of times at this point.
Yeah, 1 or 2 times, yeah.
A couple, handful of times.
So I'm watching it and I'm taking in the knowledge of the good tech for dodging all this stuff.
Go watch you the good tech. Hold on, I got something for this attack when it comes back.
Yo, there's gonna be like a corner strat. Let me see it.
It's like the most crazy game of DDR I've ever played. Music is so good. I feel like even if like people stop talking about the game itself, the soundtrack will be something that people talk about for a long time.
It'll always stick around, yeah. One of, I think like 10 greatest soundtracks of all time. See, I'm awful at this spot, at this attack right here.
All right, ready for the ocean bagel strat? Hold X, hold left.
Let's see it. There's no way.
I remember when he showed me that, I was like, are you kidding me? just go to the left.
I'm just angry now. That was incredible. For anyone wondering about the gimmick of the yellow ones, they will always go opposite of whatever direction they're coming from. So Shayy does have to react to that in conjunction with the ones that are actually going to stay on their regular path.
Okay, cool. We got quick kill. Everything's good in life. If you miss it, you have to do a really slow, long attack. And then that's called the regular kill, because that's what you normally get if you just attack her every turn. But, oh god, if you let the fight go on longer than that, you start getting the real annoying attacks that she has in her disposal, but thankfully you can kill her before she actually gets to those, because those attacks are really hard.
Yeah, I remember feeling like I couldn't take an extra turn to heal because yeah, in an optimal amount of turns, you can only see like 2 of like the chasing arrow attacks. Because yeah, once it got beyond that, I was like, these attacks are too hard. I can't stop to heal. I just need to be good for enough hits.
Exactly. The fight gets harder the more you heal because it punishes you for the fight going on longer. Is I guess an interesting way to balance your boss fight, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this route I was seeing the chat talk about earlier. It has many names. We called it bad ending to be a little bit more friendly for charity, but you've heard it called, genocide route, murder route, no mercy, merciless, all a whole smorgasbord of names.
And like you say, like ultimately, these are all names that the community itself just came up names for all of them.
Yep. All right, glitch time.
Oh, little opening of the menu right there. So that must mean something screwy happened. Oh.
There we go. We have the burnt pan now. See if
Very
in our
nicely
inventory.
done.
So that was a glitch called early burnt pan. You can use a badly placed cutscene trigger there by the dog food in order to do an overflow interact with the fridge, which normally gives you the instant noodles item. But in this game, and there's a lot more of this in the glitch categories, but in this game, if you get 2 lines of text open at the same time and do 2 of the same choices, so like the choice of like to pick up the instant noodles would be a yes or no option, it will go overflow to the next one in the script, which is the burnt pan, because it's right over there in the next room. But we don't have to go pick it up. It's magically in our hands now.
Sick.
Yeah, they're all stored in like a long list. So you can do some very interesting overflows. There's some very funny ones, like overflowing Sans' date to get Asgore's barrier text, and then it crashes the game because it tries to load sprites that aren't on the screen. Well, this is the barrier. This is what keeps us trapped all underground. You want to go? Sure. Game crashed. Oh, also you can like just walk out of this room.
Oh. Oh.
Doesn't save any time, but it's very funny.
That's it.
If you hold right here, this attack can't hurt you.
Oh, more. I'm writing down. I got my notepad open.
Very silly. You have to hug the right wall, and you have to be holding right because of the way the game calculates where your soul will be. It's slightly further out, and they just don't hit you because the hitboxes in this game are actually usually pretty fair, unless a sprite is rotated, in which case it isn't fair. Rotated sprites in this game have some wacky hitboxes. Also, there's a dead pixel in the lava here. Very funny.
No, there is. Now I can't unsee it. No. Oh, this game's awful. 0 out of 10. Wow. Toby, what are you doing?
There's a lot of those in this game. In Deltarune, there was one in the Chapter 1 boss fight arena, and they like patched it out, but I think because we memed about it so much, they brought it back. Like they reintroduced it to the game and then added one to the Chapter 2 arena too. Which is like a level of dev interaction I didn't know I was ever going to get in my life.
Yeah, right. Like slightly flavored with troll. All right, now we did say we were going to hear.
So somebody asked, hey, do you get to hear Spider Dance in this run? And I told them that it was in the run. I didn't lie. I do not tell lies. There is Spider Dance.
Lie in their life.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed Spider Dance.
Rip. Baby spider.
This death cutscene takes so much longer than others that in neutral glitchless you play aborted Geno all the way up until like the very end, and then you go get the neutral ending for that. You spare Muffet here with the spider donut because this death scene just takes so long that's the most optimal point to do it.
That's funny.
And we get 8K before the end of the run. You got all of core.
We got just over $500. We still need gamers. Again, any minimum donation of $15 or more, I will eat a disgusting bean. I will do it. I'll put it in my mouth. It'll be great. Can we get to $8,000? Shayy is so fast in this game. He's already up to core, like 45 minutes in. Coming up not too far from the final boss fight.
So we could
just want to give away that X-Rocker headset.
Just fight Metaton and get a neutral ending, but we got to kill everybody. And we have the burnt pan now, the best weapon in the entire game. This thing does a lot of damage if you hit all the perfect bars. Chunky. They're all frame perfect, and if you miss just one, you lose out on a big, juicy 1.5 times multiplier from the score system. Because each perfect hit gives you 110, and a near miss gives you 90, and the final multiplier is 430. So if you get 3 perfects and miss one, you'll be at 420, which misses out on the multiplier. So you have to get all 4 hits perfect, but it does. Suddenly just does 300 damage and kills everything in one hit. Yeah, including some enemies that you can't kill in one hit otherwise, like the Night and Magic enemies. So this part of the run is definitely the most skill-intensive part, because again, all of these frame perfect, every single one of them. There are 9 total patterns that the burnt pan has, and boy howdy, I think I've seen them all way too many times. God, I think I could do these in my sleep.
That's so impressive. Oh my god.
Yeah, as you see there, I missed one and it went down from like 300 to 150 because I dropped the multiplier. All right, we got Night Magic coming up here. You have to hit a quad to one-shot these guys. So you miss one of your 4 frame perfect inputs, that's 10 seconds gone. It's punishing.
Yeah, that's actually nuts how much extra damage he does at that point. Oh my gosh.
Now we're at 9. So all of those were scripted. Those encounters were all the same every time. Now we start getting the random ones. So we're at 9 now, so we're going to go up to 11 here. Cool. I want to see basically as many of these bozos as possible because they're nice and relaxing. You don't have to be perfect. You can also go up in the top right corner for Frogget there, and that happens.
Like, all of these are the ones I'm writing down. Like, oh, I don't have to be good. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, safe spots. I'm gonna go to 13 here, which is funny because this enemy here is not fair in the slightest. I mean, this attack here doesn't look too bad, but it can be. It can be real bad, as in it can literally be undodgeable. You can get yourself into so many unwinnable situations.
Oh, just actually wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a good thing that all the boss fights in this game are fair, because some of the random enemies, not so much.
Do you have a favorite enemy in this game? A favorite basic enemy that you fight? Oh, back him up. Oh, let's go.
Favorite basic enemy?
It's like, you think he's the cutest or something?
Washua in Waterfall. The little guy who goes like, whoa!
Yep. Good choice.
Ooh, triple. I want to see as many of these as possible. Triples are only a 13% chance, but they're nice because it's an extra encounter. Although, preferably you want to see them later in the grind, because the amount of time you save by getting one is proportionate to the, oh my goodness. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh! Well, tickler right there, all right.
I was just like, if I get hit, I get hit. I mean,
nice. I have no choice. It is out of my hands now.
This is the song Spike Showers too? Wait, what, really?
I thought about bringing it up. This is unironically one of the songs. Another medium, the I guess regular version of the song, is one of my 10 shower songs I have.
You listen to music in the shower?
Oh yeah, I love having sound. I need noise on it all times. I fall asleep watching videos and whatnot. Yeah, I listen to stuff in the shower. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a video sleeper for sure. I actually just need noise to sleep. I have a fan, like a little floor fan running at all times in my room, because if it goes off, which happens sometimes, if my power goes off, I wake up. It doesn't matter how tired I am. I can't sleep in pure silence. Is that 13? Okay. So we want to go to the top room. Has 7 scripted encounters for us. We want to wait until the very end for those. because they're scripted. You don't have to step around to get them. So you want to use them when encounters are at their slowest to avoid the really long wait times. So now we have 12 left. 11
Yeah,
left.
I can see how those can overlap to where you just have no shot. That's funny.
Oh yeah, those astigmatism projectiles. Yeah, they can be real mean. I had more when I was doing my completing Undertale Genocide without getting hit challenge, where I no hit the entire game. This area, this enemy, more than any other, is just.
Wow.
I had way more losses to him. I only had one loss to Sans.
That's so funny. Inconsistency. And the not even the inconsistency, the literal no shot dodge.
We just need a double here, which is statistically likely, which is why I'm going to get the single night-night encounter.
Come on.
Just to delay the schedule a little bit more. This is always the scariest part of the run. You're at 26, need to get to 28, and you're here at the last possible stretch, and it's just like, well, it's double at least.
Hey, double.
Because you lose so much time getting a single there. It's so bad.
Just having to grind for that extra encounter. Yeah.
Slap the ballet shoes on here because I know this encounter is always Final Frog at Whimsin, which can both be one-shot with this. And like I said, faster attack animation. Save a little bit of minute time save.
Yeah, your menuing is super impressive how quickly you can like swap between weapons and stuff.
Do a lot of practice of that. And turn Pam back on for the night-night magic here. Everybody say hello to my friend Tucker. This right here, this magic, his name is Tucker. He's the very last enemy you usually need to hit a quad on.
Come on, Tucker, don't screw this up for us.
The amount of runs that have been on PB pace, and that guy, the very last possible dude to mess up on, he has claimed many a run. That's why he has a name.
My God.
Speedrunners only name enemies if they're annoying, right?
Yeah, they're infamous for something.
Like Bob in Link to the Past.
Uh-huh.
The little guy in Ganon's tower. Yeah. All right, that should be 35. Should be
Bye,
done.
Tucker. Bye, Tucker.
I didn't miscount. I should get the but nobody came here. Sick. Okay. Yeah. I named him Tucker because I was trying to think of like just an annoying name for a guy. Like Tucker, I mean, they always ruin everything.
Yeah, no one likes a Tucker. Don't ever name your kid Tucker. You know they're going to be a jerk.
Wait, did I re-equip the... What am I doing? Ballet shoes. Why did I re-equip the burnt pan? I'm not supposed to do that. I don't need damage anymore. Everything falls over with a light gust of wind. Whoa, it's Metaton me. Oh, and he's dead.
You hear like we heard a little bit of the Spider song. We got half a note there. You should have like a sub notification that it's just that. Oh, hey, thanks, Spikevegeta for the 19 months. Yeah, that's great.
No, I have the first two notes of Megalovania as my sub sound.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I just got the...
I see another donation coming into the chat. We got a $92 donation donated anonymously, and a $15 anonymous donation. Is orange juice the proper palate cleanser for toothpaste jelly bean? Well, let's find out. Here's one that's probably toothpaste. Yes, it is. I still have not had a berry blue. It's all toothpaste. And this one is either juicy pepper or a booger. Let's find out. Let's double them up. That one's actually okay. Now it's like if you had toothpaste that was juicy pear flavored. Okay, I had one good one, one bad one there. I'm running out of beans, chat. Keep them coming in.
We go left here. You normally go right and glitched, but it's actually slightly faster to go left here first, just because of the gate is on the right side of the room, so you want to end on the right side of the room. And Flowey, thankfully, for the route all about being merciless, has a lot of mercy on us because he has skippable text. Thank God. The normal text here when the monsters tell you the tragic backstory is all unskippable, and you have to sit here just like, oh, it's a good thing that the music is good, because oh man. Cutscene. But Flowey has some mercy on us. Normally, if you do a repeat playthrough, you can skip through that text, but we don't do repeat playthroughs in speedruns. We have to do from true reset state. But what's really funny is Flowey's text actually gets messed up by that flag being set by like a repeat playthrough flag, and this text becomes like speed capped for some weird reason. It's like some unbelievable spaghetti monster.
Flowey, shut up.
At least we're better than those sickos who stand around and watch it happen. Those pathetic people who want to see it but are too weak to do it themselves. I bet someone like that's watching right now, aren't they? Ooh, he called y'all out. Y'all got rolled.
Shayy, if they made Undertale the movie, which character would you want to voice act?
Give me Frogget.
Hell yeah, let's
He's my mascot. That could actually be realistic. I can't be one of the main characters because they obviously gotta get Chris Pratt to voice Sam.
Yeah, I was gonna. Chris Pratt plays every character.
Charlie Day plays Papyrus. A Mr. Beast playing Asgore.
Oh my god.
He's so cool.
Less than $450, chat. Can we reach that 8K by the end of this run? Setting ourselves up for the 10K to be hit during Super Mario Brothers. We're coming up on eventually the final boss here. Let's go. Let's jam to some Saiyans. See if we can hit that $8,000.
It's the guy. It's the guy Undertale. Human, I remember your genocides. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. On days like these, kids like you should be donating money to JDRF. Come on, do it. Come on. People often are like, why does everybody make Sand a New Yorker? He says capiche.
Yeah, I was like, that's built in. That's canon.
That's like... Also, yeah, Sanda's voice sample, infamously sampled from Patrick Star of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Baby, it's the way you're dressed. I remember when that was discovered. It's just like, that's so fitting. That's so perfect. Everybody loves Megalovania. My favorite Earthbound, I mean Homestuck, I mean Earthbound, I mean Undertale track. Look at the Toby Fox theme song when you think about it. You believe this guy's in Smash Bros?
Be known for this right here.
Yeah, this is definitely its most iconic implementation. I bet you there's probably somebody playing Undertale like, wow, why has Sans got Homestuck music? Surely it'll appear in Delta, and I hope it does. I would like this to just become Toby Fox's recurring like song that's in every game. Sans is pretty hard. He uses the Blue Soul mode, which we didn't really get much time with because we instantly murked Papyrus.
He killed everyone, so yeah.
Also uses the KR mechanic, Karma, which is kind of a neat little thing. Sans only has one attack and one defense, and that's not a lie. His stats actually are 1-1-1. But he can deal damage to you every frame. So he just, he breaks the game.
Oh, that's interesting.
He doesn't play by the rules, and I think that's awesome. And, KR drains your health. Pretty cool way to like do a final boss fight where he's like, when you think about like Undying, the Undying is kind of like the more traditional, like, she has 32,000 health. She has all the stats. She's the big number. She's the big like Zoromas type. Sans is like the anti-final boss. He doesn't have impressive stats, and he attacks you by breaking all of the conventions.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it because I've been playing a lot of retro games on my channel lately where, like, is it ever good to have effectively a hard scripted, like, you're gonna take damage somewhere, right? And that's not even the case here, but it's the first time you play this, you're gonna get hit a lot. And is that necessarily quote unquote good game design or not? And I was like, I think it absolutely works here specifically. That's like very much what the narrative of the game is trying to go for at this
Yeah,
moment.
his whole point is that he's trying to like, he's trying to make you quit.
And boy, howdy, there were a couple hours there. We thought we weren't going to get through it.
Yeah,
Do you
everybody
remember
has
how
their
long
first
it took you to beat this your first time?
about 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's hard. But once you memorize all his patterns, it's like riding a bike. You never forget.
Right, baby.
You can dodge the menu bones with a frame-perfect selection of the fight, which is why I'm just like breaking my keyboard every single turn. So that I don't take my 2 chip damage to the menu bone there. Because the bones attack you in the menu. They can't kill you, though.
Oh, they stop you at 1 HP.
Yes.
That's interesting.
You can also hold all 4 cardinal directions to get past this attack.
Ah.
And my favorite one. This right here. Hold right, you jump off, and it puts you in between the bones.
What the what?
It offsets your position, so you're supposed to be moving frame to frame in the bones, but you just,
That's incredible.
Nice no hit.
GG, hell yeah.
Always good to do that.
Easy no hit, no shot. Look, can we get some donations in for that no hit, that casual no hit of one of the hardest bosses in gaming? That's sick.
It's a neat party trick. I remember somebody, I was at a friend's house and they know about my YouTube and stuff, and they're like, "I'm having trouble with sands. Can you help me out?" I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I maybe learned a thing or two.
And then he hands me a controller, and I'm, oh no.
Oh yeah, because you're all KBMing up here.
Yeah, I've only ever, well, I played Undertale on a controller when I was playing through the Switch version, but oh no,
No. That's the only way I've played it. That was a nice like date night for me and my wife. She was like, "I need you to play through this game for me,"
It's a
because
great
she'd already
game.
played it years before. I'd never played it before, and yeah, game is absolutely incredible. And this and Undyne are very, very hard.
Oh yeah, they're very tricky. I feel people have forgotten that over the years, because like, we've all fought sand so many times at this point. People forget this fight kicks your ass at first. It's
Absolutely.
really hard. And then he just lays it all out for you, like, you know what, you're gonna keep going, so I'm gonna just not do any more attacks and I'm gonna fall asleep.
Poor sleepy boy.
Tier 1 diabetes research.
One time. Yeah,
Not
reminder
tier
everyone, we
one.
are raising money here. As this runs closing up shop, we're getting ready for our finale. We are raising money for JDRF, the Juvenile Diabetes and Research Foundation. All money for an amazing cause. Over 3/4 of the way to our final goal, the $10,000. Can we make it happen? Up to you all. It's all going towards an amazing cause.
So if I run into the left side of the box here, he'll teleport me back to the center, so we gotta wait for him to sleep. There's an item in the game, it's called CT. It increases your speed, and if you eat 3 of it, it caps out. If you max out your speed with CT, it's possible to use your maximized speed to actually be able to move the box for 1 frame before he snaps you back.
Oh, wow.
And so you can actually move the box all the way to fight while he's still awake and talking to you, and it breaks the scene.
Oh, that's funny.
Problem with that is that it takes like 10 minutes to execute. Because you gotta slowly bring this thing over here.
Now that's an incentive if I've ever heard one. I'm gonna need 10 minutes.
I put that in a recent video of mine, and I set the footage to my editor, and it's literally just 10 minutes of just ding, 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 ding.
Shouts to Corinth. Thank you for the $10 donation. $10 towards Tier 1 diabetes research for that amazing run. Hell yeah, Corinth.
This gonna be a thing now?
Gonna be a thing now?
Am I gonna get cooked for this every single time?
Yeah. What kind of tiered diabetes are you working with here?
Prime.
Prime. Oh, I've got two. We got another $100 coming in from Wonder Jake. Cool no-hit. Is it possible to no-hit diabetes?
Hopefully. It's like what we're trying to do.
Let's clap it, gamers. It's also another bean for me. Oh, I have not. There has to be a berry blue in this box. There has to be. Oh? Nope. That's toothpaste. It snuck up on me. Come on.
Very important time save that I just did there. I did a wall clip to save exactly 1 frame. Very, very optimized time save.
Let's go. I love speedrunning, dude. It's so funny.
It's that and the little mashing earlier is the only time you could save in this split. It's so funny. My gold is actually tied with pass. It's very funny. It can't go faster. It's impossible unless somebody figures out frame rules for Undertale or something.
Oh man, we're about to get buses in here.
Imagine a bus.
It's all Trixie. I was waiting to kill it for you. After all, it's me, Toad, from Mario for some reason.
I don't know why I'm doing that voice. He's all like, please don't kill me. And, no.
Do you know what category this is, Flowey?
Oh, speaking of music mods.
Oh, what's this about to be?
You guys like,
Oh.
Yeah, I put this in. I thought this would be really fun during world record attempts, and then I just never got rid of it.
That's so funny, dude.
Imagine getting this on BB Face and then narrating. And so, a big discovery was discovered by Poop Master 84 in the
Right,
Undertale
yes.
speedrunning community. It's every single summoning salt video, it's always some guy named like Master Farter 84 comes up with like a legendary critical time save.
Big Kid 69, very big, was able to find a 6-frame time save.
A 6-frame time save to defeat and Undertale while blindfolded, doing it backwards and reading the Bible. I don't know.
Yeah, thrown into a shark tank.
Should I erase or not erase?
Ooh, gamers, chat. The first one in chat. Erase or not erase?
You guys like football? No? All right. You guys like football, I guess.
Next donation decides. Yo, we got a donation. Hey, we are so close to $7,700, chat, as we just got another $25 donation from Nex. Never managed to catch a Shayy stream, but the one time I opened Spike, I see Shayy. How even?
I don't know. It's not possible. I'm everywhere. And yeah, that's time on that choicer. So
That's time. GG's.
But very importantly, do you guys like football? Because I have a great music mod.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear
Since
it.
when were you the one in control? Football's back, baby. It's so loud.
Let's do it. All right, I got one more shot here at toothpaste not being what this bean is. Come on. Oh, please.
Was it toothpaste?
It's toothpaste. At the box lies, dude.
Is that 4 or 5 toothpastes in this run?
All right, yeah, there's 4 or 5 toothpastes, and all the ones I had yesterday. I have like almost cleaned out this box. I have not had a berry blue. I think it's a myth. I had no pomegranates. I have no berry blues. It's awful. Shayy, GG gamer. While I swallow this bean, I want you to tell the audience.
I can tell you're
out there-
struggling with it.
I want you to tell the audience out there. I know, because it gets stuck in your teeth. It's disgusting. Tell the audience out there where people can find you and what projects you're working on right now.
You can always find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Shayy, 2 Ys. It's right there on your, why am I upsetty %? Right there under me. Find me at Twitter at Shayy_TV, and I also upload a lot of YouTube videos, but you've probably seen my YouTube videos at some point, right? I'm sure they're in your recommended, begging you to watch them. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, bad one.
And thank you so much for having me. Always fun to do some speed runs for a good cause. I wonder what my fun value was. I actually didn't look. Oh, I can't look now because the game deletes the files. I'm
The
silly.
game deletes you. Yeah, that is mind-boggling. That I mean, again, I understand for the meta of the game, but I was like, oh, it unironically deletes it. That's incredible.
There's sort of technically unused but not unused code that deletes Undertale.exe, but it checks the wrong directory. But it was gonna delete the executable for the game, which I'm glad he didn't go with because that would have been a horrible idea for a game I paid $10 for.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine me on a road trip and I can't play Undertale anymore because I don't have an internet connection.
God. Well, Shayy, GG, that was an awesome run of Undertale, up 70%. I demand that the category gets changed to that name. That's great. Yeah, once again, everyone, make sure to give Shayy a follow. Shayy was awesome, and you have a wonderful day, my friend. I hope we get to work on more stuff in the future.
Thank you so much for having me.
Heck yeah. All right, gamers, this has been an absolutely amazing event. We are at $7,686.69. We got a couple more incentives coming your way, but we're getting set up for the finale of the event. Sky Bills is coming back, and she's going to be taking on the Super Mario All-Star Shuffler. Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, Lost Levels, Super Mario World, and Castlevania 1 all are going to be thrown into a pot, shop, shuffled around. She's got to beat all of them. Will she be able to do it? And can you add the special world of Super Mario World to that run if we're able to get to $8,500? Let's see if we can make it happen and raise a bunch of money for an amazing cause in JDRF. We'll see you all very soon with the finale of T1.Done.